What is going on, Chaotix? It is your boy ChaosMan006 here, back with a new battling on Showdown. This is the Randpoke tournament through Pokemon Showdown. And so you guys know what that is. This tournament, you're allowed to build a team around one random Pokemon that you get assigned every week. And that is your weekly team, and you have to beat someone best 2 of 3 matches to see who gets to move on or not. So this is the beginning of this series on the channel. Hopefully it's more than 2 videos, but we'll see. Hopefully it's more than a week long. That'll be great. But I'm going to be uploading these videos on Sunday and Monday. Sunday's going to be the team builder like today, and tomorrow, Monday, will be the match for the week. Hopefully we get more than one, as I've mentioned, because this is a tournament style where winner takes all, so if you lose, you're out of the tournament. Which, I mean, it's kind of good, but there's a lot of people in this tournament. There's, I think, over 300, close to 400 people in this tournament. So it's got a lot of people in it. We got a long way to go to get to the championship. Hopefully we can get somewhere close to there. I just hope I win week 1, and that's what we're focusing on. We've got to focus on the here and now, getting through this week. So the random Pokemon assigned for this week was Ferroseed, and that's going to be the first member of my team. Legos, as a reference to A-Drive and his channel, who really got me into Draft League and Pokemon competitive battling. So shout out to him. So Ferroseed is going to be your first, and has to be on your team. Everything else you get to choose. So Ferroseed is my first Pokemon. It's Grass Steel type with Eviolite this week, Iron Barbs, and I'm running Gyro Ball, Hidden Power Fire, Toxic, and Stealth Rock. I'm going to go into the moveset real quick and tell you why I'm bringing the things. Gyro Ball is a really great move for Ferroseed because of its speed stat being super duper low. It means if you run no EVs, negative speed nature, and 0 IVs, it's running 22, which is probably one of the slowest speed stats you can get in the game. And it really works well for Gyro Ball because it's going to hit things that are really fast, like those really fast fairy types, really hard, and one-shot them, which is really nice and really great for that. Hidden Power Fire comes in primarily just to deal with other Ferroseed. Typically in these matches, Ferroseed versus Ferroseed is a common thing because they're equal footing and they counter each other very well. But Hidden Power Fire is going to be putting a damper on that, because I'm going to be able to take them out with Hidden Power Fire, as long as they didn't prep for it as well. Which, hopefully they don't, because that's going to be a pain in the butt. Toxic, really great move. Something's coming in. If you can wear it in, if you think something's going to switch out, Toxic is a really good switch in. You do have to worry about the other team's Ferroseed because it is a skill type, and that is one of the problems with it. But another great option for hitting a Pokemon coming in would be to hit it with Stealth Rock. So you get rocks up, you get chip damage on the rotation, which is a really good strategy to use. Stealth Rock really cripples down a team and wears it down. Honestly, that really hurts my team too. It really hurts my team. So I'm hoping that if they get Stealth Rocks up, I can get mine up and they would defog later on. Get rid of them for me, because that would help out a lot. But we'll see. Next, I probably should have prepped a defogger, but I didn't want to waste a move on a moveset for defog. And I tried a Rapid Spinner, but I just didn't like any of them. So that is the moveset for stat-wise. I'm bringing it a little bit weird for our Ferroseed. Most Ferroseeds come physically defensive because its special defense it's okay. It's actually a few points under the defense stat. But I want to bring special defense because I know those fire types are coming, and I want to be able to take Hidden Power Fire for most things that aren't like, oh, I can just throw Hidden Power Fire on this and it'll be able to take out Ferroseed. I want that to be a problem. So that's why special defense bulk. I'm running max HP 2 so I can take some shots. And then we have Eviolite as well, 1.5 in defense and special defense. So my defense stat is sitting in the 400s. My special defense is sitting at 406. So that's really great, especially for like a little cut Pokemon. So we're gonna be able to take probably, hopefully, at least one hit, as long as it's not especially invested, or they come prepped like I am for Ferroseed. So hopefully this thing is going to be running really well this week, and I mean, I'm not building this as like, oh, this is my backbone, I need this to win. It's sort of just there to set up hazards and cause problems. So that's about all Ferroseed is pretty much good for. But there are a couple other sets that you got to be prepared for, and I'm going to talk about those later on in the video as I go through potentially building team members and things like that. So you get to see the other sets that I was considering maybe. So my second Pokemon is going to be Flint, my Infernape with Assault Vest and the Iron Fist ability. It comes packed with Flamethrower, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, and Mach Punch. I'm running Mixed this week, and honestly I'm running Mixed just because of Ferroseed. That is the only reason I'm running Mixed this week. I'll talk about the moves in a second, but I want to get to the EVs and IVs because they matter in why the moveset is what it is. Attack, running 212, not quite full, but it's still very powerful. We're going to hit pretty hard, almost 300 base attack stat, which is going to be nice to deal some damage to those defenseless Pokemon. We're going to max speed with 252, this naive nature boosting speed in favor of special defense, and then I'm running 44 in special attack. Now why are these EVs everywhere all over the place? Well, I'm power creeping a lot of team, and what I'm power creeping is really Ferroseed. How I have Ferroseed set up, max special defense, max HP, Flint still OHKOs with Flamethrower at 44 EVs. So that is what we're going with, that's what I'm going for, and that is a very powerful way for me to deal with this and not have to worry about like over-focusing on special set, because Infernape really has a better physical move pool than it does special. I'm just running Flamethrower to take care of the Ferroseed really, but it still can put in some work and some damage. Earthquake comes in to primarily deal with one of the best counters to Ferrothorn, and one of the best counter to Ferrothorn and Ferrothorn's counters, which is Heat Ran, which can use its ability to absorb your fire move, and that really sucks. So if I see a Ferrothorn on the team, I have Flint in against Legolas, Flint in against, not Legolas, wow, I can't even talk, Flint in against Ferroseed. You can bet I'm clicking Earthquake, because an Earthquake at this range OHKOs Heatran, and even if Heatran is not, even if Heatran has an air balloon or something like that, Flint outspeeds. So if I like failed out the first time, like let's say the first round, I see he has air balloon and I try to Earthquake him, doesn't work. That we know that for the next time, so I can like Mach Punch him instead, so I can get some damage off, and then Earthquake, because I should be able to outspeed with 346 speed EVs, 346 speed stat, so I should be able to outspeed that way, which would be really great. Earthquake just really does a lot of damage, and ground type is really good in this metagame because there are a lot of things that are going to be weak to it, so that is a really good move to bring. And I wanted ground coverage on another Pokemon besides my ground type that you'll see later on, so this really works out well. Thunder Punch comes because I really need Thunder. I really need Thunder. Thunder's not a type. I really need an electric type move on my team. This is boosted by Iron Fist. It's going to do a lot of damage with the 212. With almost a 300 base attack stat, it's going to do a lot of damage to the opponent's team and to their Pokemon, so I really think it's going to be a good way to put in work. There's a lot of water types coming in, like Greninja, or Mega Gyarados, or even some flying types that can put in some work against, like Hawlucha. So I think Thunder Punch really is a good option here, and I really wanted Thunder Punch on my fire type because a flying type easily could come in, and I thought Thunder Punch was more reliable and more powerful than some of the other moves Infernape got a chance to use, so I think it would work a lot better for me that way. Mach Punch, pretty self-explanatory. When anyone brings Mach Punch, it's priority, and it's also stab. So that's what Flint's running it for, just to take out something real fast if we need to. As I said, it could be a nice little cheeky chip on something like Heatran that needs an air balloon taken off of it, or it could just come in as an revenge. It'd be really nice that way too. Next we have Pawns, my Tapu Lele, which I really wish it was shiny, but it's shiny locked because of the event, and no one likes it. But Tapu Lele running Choice Scarf this week with Psychic Surge, running moves of Moonblast, Energy Ball, Hidden Power Ice, and Psychic. Of course, they're all attacking moves because why am I going to set up when I can't use another move? Unless I want to struggle kill myself, which I don't really plan on doing, so hopefully this set works really well. Stat-wise, max HP, max special attack. I'm going to take a lot of power into this because I don't need to work the speed stat. It should be fine. We're running almost 400 speed, which will put it right up there in the speed tiers. And pretty much outspeeds everything, which will make it really powerful and really fast, which I need for my team. And then we're just running a little bit of defensive bulk, maybe take like an Earthquake or something like that. For moves, Moonblast comes in, obviously a very powerful stab move, and it's probably my move of choice if I have to pick one. It hits everything pretty hard, stab, can drop special attack, so it's good to cripple special attackers, and that'll be really great for me. Energy Ball comes in because there are some water ground types I want to deal with, and I can't run 2 hidden powers, so Energy Ball works really well for those ground types I can't take care of with any of my other moves. Hidden Power Ice, really great. There's a lot of ground, flying, dragon types, especially dual types of those 3 types. The Ice is 4 times super effective against, so it's really great to have Hidden Power Ice there. So if it runs down to like, it has a Gliscor and a Hippowdon and a Garchomp for some reason, and that's all that's left, and I have Lele, I can click Ice and just wreck through the team. Because we're running max special attack in a modest nature, boosting boosting special attack in favor of attack. So it's going to be really powerful. We're running almost 400 special attack, which is insane and very powerful. And then Psychic, of course, another stab move that can lower special defense, which could be really nice because if I'm locked into a move, Psychic might not be a bad option as long as it's not a Dark type, because I can maybe get special defense drops, and instead of like 3-shotting something, I could get a special defense drop and maybe 2-shot it. So that could be really cool to use as well. A lot of people see Calm Mind Lele or Calm Mind Lele and Feeny, but I chose Choice Scarf because it puts it in a nice speed tier, gives me 400 special attack, and this thing really puts in work because you're not expecting it to outspeed you. You're expecting it to set up on you. So you'll just go in and you're like, okay, I'm gonna like, let's set back up on it. Nope, you're dead. Cool. So that's what I really wanted to bring. I wanted to bring some trickery, and I think this works really well. And it's got a great moveset to just take out most of the OU metagame. I'm happy with it. I hope it works well. Next up, we got my boy Calrissian coming back from my teams that I've used in the past, my draft teams in the past. Landorus Therian again. It's a really good Pokemon, and I really like it. Again, one of those Pokemon that is 4 times weak to Ice, so that's a problem. But I have a way around that, and I'll get to it in a second. Of course, I'm running Intimidate because that's the only ability you can use on Landorus Therian, and also puts a cripple on the physical attackers, which probably are going to come because you're using special attackers to take care of the Pharaoh Seeds, so you're going to want to balance out with some physical attackers as well. So Landorus will put in good work there. Moves: Earthquake, Swords Dance, knock off a U-turn, and for spread, we're running 4 in HP just because I needed a little bit more bulk, and max special defense, max speed. We're running a special defensive Landorus, which is really odd because a lot of people just run defensive Landorus. It's got a better defense stat. There's really nothing preventing like Ice Beams or something coming in and taking you out. But the way it is, I think Landorus is able to live like Hidden Power Ice, just because like a 1 or 2 with that little bit of HP bulk and that special defense bulk. So I think this is going to be a great set, and it's going to work pretty well. And then of course we got max speed, so we can outspeed things. So if I am worried about Landorus taking a good shot, I can U-turn out usually because a 300 plus speed tier is pretty good in the OU metagame. So that's going to be how that works. Leftovers just give me some HP back, so if I do take a hit, I can regenerate my HP. I don't have to use like, I don't even know if Landorus gets recovery. Someone answer me that in the comment section below. The Landorus is really cool. I have been debating whether using Leftovers is good or if I should do Z-Move. I've been thinking Z-Move on point or Landorus, and we'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of the video, but I am sitting with the set for now. 5th member of the team, we got Chest the Toxapex with Black Sludge and Merciless. I'm hoping to take advantage of that Merciless ability by using Toxic, which is one of my moves, poison it, and then I get increased damage every turn, as well as a nice crit every time I hit it, because that's what Merciless does. It makes this Pokemon's attacks critical hits if a target is poisoned, which is going to be really nice and really great for me. I did debate Regenerator and maybe like going full offensive with Assault Vest set, or maybe a Z move. Like I thought about Poisonium Z, but again, Ferroseed is a Steel type, and you're probably going to have Sand Teams are probably going to come in, so you're going to see some more Steel types. I didn't want to take that chance. I thought about Water Z too. I just didn't like that option because it's not going to hit things really hard. as hard as I want to, so I decided against that. For EVs and IV spread, max HP, max HP, max attack, and a little bit of special defense bulk. And adamant nature boosting attack over special attack. I thought a nice, strong physical water Pokemon would be really great in this game because a lot of things are going to be more specially defensive. Probably trying to counter the special attackers that are coming in for Ferroseed. So I thought a physical attacking water type would be really great to just take out anything that wasn't expecting it. And as you can see, you can run this either physical or special. I chose to run it physical. I think it'll be working really well, and I think it just does better than most of the water types I had access to. And it also has a really good typing in poison water to take a lot of hits and be pretty strong. For moves, knockoff, obviously on a switch in, gets rid of an item. Liquidation, good stab water move that is really powerful. Poison Jab, another good stab poison move this time. And then Toxic, as we already mentioned. Next up, we got my Mega Medicham cutting in at that final slot, named Genie, with Metachamite and Pure Power. And I gotta say, this Pokemon, I really wanted to use it for the longest time. I don't really care for Metacham, but with Pure Power, it's just a good option. I'm not running any EVs, and I'm running max IVs at 31, and my attack stat is over 400. My attack stat is almost 400. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Wait, is it almost or is it over? It's double. So yeah, we're over 400 almost. We're closer to 500 than we are 400 attack, which is insane for a Pokemon that has a base stat total, basically, because I'm not running any attack EVs. It's pretty much a base stat. It's freaking powerful. And I really think it would be working really well in my favor not to give it any attack EV, so I didn't. I gave it max HP and max speed with the Jolly Nature boosting speed over special attack, and then giving it a little bit of defensive bulk, special defensive bulk. Again, a lot of special attackers coming in. I want to be prepared for that, so I'm making these things bulky to take it on the special side. And I need the speed at a nice almost 330. That's really great speed tier, and this thing will be able to take out a lot of things. Of course, we can just switch out if that's a problem, so not too worried about it. Moves, we're bringing Bullet Punch, High Jump Kick, Recover, and Ice Punch. I wanted Recovery on this Pokemon. This is one of the things that's going to put in a lot of work this week, I think. So Recovery was really great, so Recover came as a nice move. I wanted a nice, powerful stab move, and I was going to use Drain Punch, but it just doesn't do enough for me. And I thought High Jump Kick was a good high risk, high reward type thing. If I miss, it's just 50%, which is not great, but I have Recover, so that is an option too. So, I mean, Ferroseed can't take it out. A Gyro Ball with no attack investment does about 45 average. So we'll be okay. We'll be okay to take a hit, and then we can recover. So that'll be great to do. As for other moves, Bullet Punch. Why else would you bring Bullet Punch? You need a nice priority move. It also deals with the fairy types, which could come in to try to take this thing out. But hopefully, after my Ferroseed does a nice job with Gyro Ball on it, Bullet Punch can come in and just take it out, which would be really great for me, and I don't have to worry about it. Fake Out is a common move for Metacham here, but I thought Bullet Punch would be better in this situation. And then my last move is Ice Punch. Ice Punch really takes the slot of a psychic move for me. I wanted it to run Zen Headbutt here, but there's too many dark types running around in this format, and there's too many things that are resistant to psychic type moves that it just doesn't make sense. So I brought in extra coverage with Ice Punch, hopefully take on some more of those ground, dragon, or flying type Pokemon. Give me a nice little edge there to take on some other people, and maybe not being predicted. That could be a way to win the second round if I don't reveal that earlier on. So that could be a really good tech move to hold on to and make this game a winnable game. So that is the squad, but I want to share with you a bonus to the team, something that almost made the team but didn't quite do it, and that is my actual first counter to Ferroseed, and that is my Chandelure. I had a Chandelure with Focus Sash, Infiltrator, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Ground, and Toxic. That was the final moveset I got on before I got rid of it. And this thing actually works pretty well. Max special attack, max speed, and a little bit of special defense bulk. But I didn't choose Chandelure to stay on the team because it just didn't have what I needed it to do. It provided me with a good flamethrower to take out Ferroseed, which is what I needed. It also provided a real good check to Ferroseed, because if it's a Endeavor set, a Focus Sash Endeavor set, we don't take that damage. If it's a Focus Sash Explosion set, we don't take that damage. This thing really puts in a good bit of work. But with Focus Sash being negated upon entry hazards, this really didn't help me out too much. So one hit kills this thing pretty much from anything, and that's what really doesn't help me. It has decent defense stats, being about 200, but that's not good enough for an OU tier. It's not good enough, and it's not going to help me out. And I needed that Focus Sash, because that Focus Sash was supposed to let me level 1, and then I get to kill the thing the next turn. So that was the plan, but it didn't work out. And I also wanted to put Electric and a Ground move on my Fire type. Wasn't able to do that with the set because you can't run 2 hidden powers, so I ended up switching for Infernape because I thought it would run better. I really didn't like the Toxic on it because I thought Toxic was really wasted on a Pokemon that was meant to hit something really hard and get out, and not meant to set up. So I wanted to run Ground and Electric as my last 2 moves. I didn't have the capacity to do that. Shadow Ball doesn't really do anything besides be a good powerful stab move. So this Pokemon just didn't work out for me. I know Alola Marowak is another good thing to bring, but we do have ways to counter that with Infernape, so that is something that we're probably going to try to do there as well. But we'll see what it comes down to when we get to the match. So that is my team. Again, I might be doing a Z move. I'll let you know in the match if I choose to do a Z move on either Landorus or Infernape. But as for now, this is the team. This is what we're rocking with, and I hope that we can pick up a W this week 1. And so that video will be coming out tomorrow. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you do leave a like and subscribe, because there's a lot of cool things coming out on the channel. You get to see the match tomorrow. You'll get to see my draft league coming up, season 3, which should be really fun. There's also some really cool projects in the work as well for the channel, so you're not going to want to miss that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications, because you're going to want to see what's happening on this channel. I promise you that. That is all I have for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, and until next time, I'm ChaosMay006, signing off. Burn it up. See you next time.